but I would guess that I've raised at least $30 million and up for Democrats. And the funny thing for me throughout this whole experience is just the genuine lack of curiosity that I'm hearing from Democrats about why I no longer feel like I fit in with their party. Instead of asking me like how I've come to this conclusion, they have just bashed me and accused me of being a paid actress.
I'm so glad I'm not the only one, because this is exactly what happened to me when I walked away from the Democrat Party. There was never, and never has been, any curiosity from Democrats about why I walked away. Why anyone walked away, apparently, because this is apparently a common thread. If someone told me today I'm no longer conservative, or I used to be Christian, but I'm no longer Christian, or I'm going to walk away from Republicans, even Republicans, which I consider myself a Republican last. If someone said, I'm no longer Republican, I'm no longer conservative, I'm no longer Christian, I would want to know why. My first thought would be, why? Let me understand why. Let me listen to understand why. My first thought would not be, you're lying, you're a paid actor, you're a grifter, or anything like that. To this day, since I walked away 4.5 years ago and started speaking up about it publicly about 3.5 years ago, I have not had a single Democrat ask me why. Not one. Either online or off, either in my online life or in my real life, people who actually know me, not even family members. Not a single Democrat that I know, that I've come across, who's heard that I'm a walkaway, not one has asked me why. It is always, you're making it up, you're paid to say this, you are always Republican, you are always conservative, you're an actor, whatever it is. And it's to your detriment, Democrats, that you deny that this is happening, that you deny that your party is alienating Americans like me, and people are walking away. It's to your detriment that you pretend like my story is so unbelievable and so extraordinary, impossible that it could be true, when really the reality is, I've met so many people online and off over the last 4.5 years who share extremely similar stories to mine. My story is not unbelievable. My story is special, but it's not extraordinary. Unfortunately, my story is far from extraordinary. And what is it? Occam's razor, the simplest explanation is usually the correct one. Well, you know what? The simplest explanation is not that I'm paid by some dark money, or this is a long-standing ruse, when you can go back in my history and see that I used to be Democrat, see that I used to vote Democrat. This is publicly available information. The simplest explanation isn't that I woke up one day and decided to go crazy or go racist or whatever. The simplest explanation, Democrats, is actually that the modern day Democratic Party is alienating regular Americans like me, especially since 2020, when y'all went off the deep end and have never really got your bearings since. You've only gotten more radical, insanely radical when it comes to the response to COVID, insanely radical when it comes to the response to BLM riots, insanely radical when it comes to abortion, insanely radical when it comes to how we deal with children who maybe feel like they were born in the wrong body, insanely radical when it comes to how we deal with a border, which doesn't even exist right now. We have no border. Insanely radical on almost every single issue, every single policy. And then you want to sit here and act like my story is unbelievable, like this woman's story is unbelievable. It's not. It's not. We're not all paid actors. No one's paying me to say the things that I say. It is not a lucrative business or career decision to decide in the middle of LA, no less, that actually, you know what, I'm going to pretend to be a walk away from the Democrat Party. I'm going to pretend like I used to be a Democrat. I'm going to pretend and I'm going to come out now as a Christian conservative in the middle of LA, and it's going to make me a lot of money and a lot of fame. It's not exactly a career path. It's not exactly a career at all. It's a real story that really happened to me and was not easy to go through at the time because I lost a lot of friends and opportunities. I wouldn't change it, but it wasn't easy to go through. So it's to your detriment, Democrats, that you continue to sweep this under the rug and pretend like it's not happening. Y'all are radical. You are the party of war. You are the party of aborting babies with no term limits. You are the party of transing children. You are the party of people keeping people locked up in their homes. You pretend to be the party of my body, my choice, but you're the party of forcing medical therapies on people and forcing them to take medical experimental things that are none of your business. You're the party of open borders, which hurt Black Americans most of all. You are radical, and we are walking away.